Hello everyone. In today's video, I am going to discuss some of the left-out operation of Fibonacci heap. Note that this video is the extension of the previous video wherein I have discussed about what do you mean by a Fibonacci heap and the insertion as well as the make heap operation on a Fibonacci heap. Now moving on to the third operation on a Fibonacci heap. The operation name is union, wherein my objective is given two Fibonacci heap, I need to merge them together. Now what is the step that I need to follow? First is concat the root list of H1 and H2 into H. Now this is my first Fibonacci heap and this is my second Fibonacci heap. We know that in case of a Fibonacci heap, there are special pointers, or there is a special pointer which holds the address of the minimum node. In case of my first Fibonacci heap H1, so H1.min is the pointer which is pointing to 17, because in this root list 17 is the minimum one. In case of the second Fibonacci heap, I have H2.min pointing to 3. Now what I need to do? I need to concat, I need to add them together. So it says that concat the root list of H1 and H2 into H. So on concating, this is my first Fibonacci heap H1. This is my second Fibonacci heap. Now set the minimum node of H to H min. So this was my H. Now what is the thing that I am supposed to do? I need to just check whether H1.min is less or H2.min is less. Whichever is less, okay, I will make it as H.min. Now in this case, this is my H.min. And set the number of nodes and set n of H to be the number of nodes. Number of nodes is nothing but n of H1 plus n of H2. N of H2. So this is the operation. How much time it takes? You know that, okay, in order to perform this operation, that means in order to concat two lists, it takes a constant time. Now just to do a comparison, H1.min to H2.min, I need to compare, I need to update the pointer. It also takes a constant time. And finally, to increase the number of nodes, that is n of H is equal to n of H1 plus n of H2, you know that it takes a constant time. So I can say the overall operation of performing a union on two heaps H1 and H2, it takes a constant time. That is my actual cost. Now coming to the amortized cost. Now what is my potential function? If you see, my potential function before union operation is equal to pi of H is equal to, I can state it as T of H plus 2 times of M of H. Now after union operation, potential function got pi of H dash. Now what is this? After union operation, T of H is being increased. If you see, T of H is also increased. Let me call this as the T of H dash plus even in case of this final heap, even the number of marked node is also increased. The number of marked nodes is the summation of the marked nodes of the first heap and the summation of the marked nodes of the first heap and the summation of the marked node of the second heap. Let me call this as M of H1 H dash. Now what is change in potential? Is pi of H minus pi of H dash. So pi of H is T of H plus 2 times of M of H minus T of H dash. What is this T of H dash? This T of H dash is nothing but T of H1 plus T of H2. Note that T of H1 plus T of H2 is nothing but T of H only. The number of node, the number of trees in the root node of the first heap and the second heap is nothing but the total number of root nodes in my final heap. So this is the T of H only. So this is also T of H minus 2 times of what is number of mark nodes? Even the number of mark nodes M of H1 plus M of H2 is nothing but M of H only. So this is 2 times of M of H. If you see, this gets cancelled, this gets cancelled. So change in potential is 0. If change in potential is 0, what is amortized cost? Your amortized cost is actual cost plus change in potential. Now what is actual cost? Actual cost is order of 1 and change in potential is 0. So your amortized cost is also order of 1. So this is about how to perform the union operation in case of a heap, that is 2 Fibonacci heap. Now let's quickly go for the pseudocode of performing the union operation. Note that it is quite simple. There are 2 heaps, merge them together. Just change h1.min or h2.min to h.min and update the number of nodes in the final heap. This is the pseudocode of performing the union operation on 2 Fibonacci heap. Note that the algorithm name is fib heap union, which is supposed to be performed on 2 heaps denoted with h1 and h2. So this is my h1 and this is my h2, and this is min of h1 and this is min of h2. Now what is the first step? First step is we allocate memory. We allocate memory for one heap and we copy h1 or h2 onto that particular heap. So h is equal to make heap. So if you remember, this was the first operation that we have discussed in case of the Fibonacci heap, wherein it allocates memory and it returns the pointer, that is h of min, to be nil. So h is equal to make heap. I am copying, I am initializing h1 of min to h of min. So now in this case, what happens is, if this was my first heap, so I am copying this to h, and initially this becomes my h dot min. Initially this becomes my h dot min. So this is the first part. Now concat the root list of h2 with the root list of h. So this is my h2. I am concating with the root list of h. So this 7, 3, 21 gets appended. It gets added to the list h. Now what I will do, I will compare if h1.min is equal to nil. In the sense, if the first Fibonacci heap does not exist, then my final heap will be just h2. Hence, this was a mistake. This is h dot min is h2 of min. In the sense, if the first Fibonacci heap does not exist, my second Fibonacci heap will be my final heap. Or the second case is h2 dot min is not equal to nil. In the sense, my second Fibonacci heap is there, and the min of second Fibonacci heap is lesser when compared to the first Fibonacci heap. h2 dot min dot key is less than h1 dot min dot key. Then in that particular sense, I am assigning h2 dot min as the h of min. So in this case, now this h dot min will be assigned to h2 dot min. h2 dot min was nothing but 3. This becomes my h dot min. Now update the number of nodes. H dot n is equal to h1 dot n plus h2 dot n. And finally you return this Fibonacci heap h. Hope this was clear. This was about how to perform a union operation in case of 2 Fibonacci heap. Now we'll go for the next operation. The next operation name is the extract min operation. Yeah, coming to the extract min operation, let us consider an Fibonacci heap with a few nodes, and my h dot min is holding the address of node 3. Now I know that in case of extract min operation, my objective is to delete the node which is having the minimum value. Anyway, in case of Fibonacci heap, I know that h dot min will be pointing to that particular node which will hold the lesser value. So this node gets deleted. So to delete this particular node, it takes a constant time. No problem. But after deletion, this should be once again modified to a Fibonacci heap. Now how to modify? So what happens is, if I consider this heap, after deleting 3, seven, 30, 24, 26 is one mark node, 39, 46, 23, 70. Now after deleting this 3, the children of this 3 needs to be upgraded to the root list. It needs to be added to the root list. So now my root list has 18, 39, 52, 41 and 44. And now make this h dot min pointing to the right of 3. As you remember, each of the node in case of the Fibonacci heap is represented with a circular doubly linked list. So which is the node after 3? It is the first node. So make h dot min temporarily point to min. Now maybe in this example it is pointing to the minimum node itself. If this was not 7, if this was 17, if this was 17 rather than 17, 17 is already there. If this was 27, now my h dot min will be pointing to 27. Finally, we will update the pointer of h dot min. So please note that after deleting the node, the children of node 3 needs to be put onto the root list. So how many children are there? There are 3 children. So all these 3 children are upgraded to a root list, and this h dot min is now pointing to the next node, which is 7. So this part is over. So this is the first part in case of the extract min operation. Now after this, after putting all the children of the node deleted to the root list, we do an operation called consolidation. Consolidation. Now let us see how exactly consolidation works. Now in case of consolidation, what we do, we come up with an array. We come up with an array by name rank. We come up with an array, and generally this is called as a rank. This is an array, and the size of this array depends upon the number of children that the node got deleted. The node 3 had 3 children, so the size of this array should be from 0 to 3. So this is index 0, 1 and 2. This is 0, 1, 2 and 3. Let me call this array as either rank, or maybe in case of Foreman, he has used a variable by name A. Variable by name A. Now initially a null is being assigned to all this location. All the location of A are being initialized to null. In case of the consolidation, I repeat, in case of consolidation. Now what is the objective of consolidation? In case of consolidation, we try to come up with a tree with a lesser number of nodes in the root list. So in the first step in case of consolidation is we declare an array A wherein we initialize null, and the size of this array depends upon the number of child nodes of the node that got deleted. So if you saw, the node that got deleted was 3 and it has 3 children, hence the size of this A should be from 0 to 3. Now h dot min, what is this h dot min? Okay, first value that gets updated here, what exactly this location, each of this location contains is, so this 0 should be pointing to a singleton node. In the sense, if in my tree, is there any such tree which has no nodes, then it should be pointed by E of 0. Now I know the address here, h dot min. So h dot min has one child. So this will be pointing here. Now 24. I'll move from here. Next is 24. So how many children are there to 24? There are 2 children. So this. Next 23. 23. Now 23 has how many child? The 23 has no child. So next 17. How many children 17 has? 17 has 0 child. Now this A of 0 is already occupied. A of 0 is already occupied. Now what I need to do? I need to merge this together. I need to merge them together. Now how to merge out of this 23 and 17? Which is having a lesser value? The one which is having lesser value is 17. So what we do? (17) 23. This is gone now because 17 has 1 child. Now for 1 child, location is A of 1. A of 1 is already full. A of 1 is already full. Now what I need to do? I need to merge this and merge this together. I need to merge this and this one together. So among these two, which is having a lesser value? 7 is having a lesser value. So I'll bring this 1723. I'll bring this 1723 as this. Now what is the degree of 7? Degree of 7 is 2. But this is nil, this is nil. Degree of 2, okay. Rank of 2 is already pointing to 24. Now I got one more node here. This is of degree 2. Now I need to merge them together. So out of 7 and 24, which is having a lesser value, so 7 is having a lesser value. So this 24 should be the leftmost child of 7. This 24, what is this? 24, 26, 46. Whatever. Have here first. So that 24, 46, 26, 39. I even move this 7, 30. 17, 23. I just made some space available on this left hand side to have this. So this is the rank of 2. Now this was also rank of 2. Now what I do, I put this onto the left side. So this becomes 24, 46, 26, 39. Now this is gone. Now what is the rank of this? The rank is 3. Rank is 3. Now come to this node. What is this? Rank is 1 because 1 child. Now what is this? Rank is 0. Now what is this? Rank is once again 1. Now rank of 1 is already filled. Now I need to take a decision which is lesser, 18 and 41. 18 is lesser. So I will put this 41 and 44. Put 41 and 44 as the left child of 18 and 39. Now what is this rank? Rank of this got changed from 1 to 2. This is rank of 0, there is 1 node, 1. Rank of 2, 1. Rank of 3, 1. Now this will be my H dot main. Now this note that this entire process is called as the consolidation. Now what was the first step? First step, if you remember, I used to delete h dot min, and all the children of h dot min were added to the root list. And then h dot min was pointing to the next node. It was pointing to the next node. If it is the only node in case of the root list, then the h dot min was pointing to null. Now in this case, there were other trees, so I should make h dot min pointing to the next node. And even in this case, the next node was not there. Next node in the sense it should point to the first node. Now after pointing to the first node, I need to do consolidation. This is how consolidation works. Now after doing consolidation, this will be my final heap. Hope this is clear. Now let's go to the pseudocode of performing the extract min operation. This is the pseudocode of performing the extract min operation on a Fibonacci heap. The algorithm is being named as fib heap extract min, and the argument to this algorithm is a Fibonacci heap denoted with h. Now what we do? We know that in case of a Fibonacci heap, h dot min contains the pointer to the minimum element. Now I am calling it as z. Z is equal to h dot min. Now what I am supposed to do? I am supposed to delete this z. So finally I am returning z. So if z is not equal to nil, in the sense if z has some children, now what we are supposed to do? We need to add those children to the root list. So what we are doing, for each child x of z, add x to root list of h and make the parent of all those x as nil and remove x from the root list of h. So this was the first part, if you have seen. What was the second part? In case of the second part, I need to do consolidation. Now I am going to check if x is the only node in the root list. If x is equal to x dot right, then h dot min is equal to nil. If not, what I am doing? I am making the next node as x min. So sorry, h min. H dot min is equal to z dot right, and then I am calling consolidation on h, and finally I am decrementing the number of nodes, because once I delete extract min means I should delete a node. So h dot n is equal to h dot n minus 1, and finally I return z. So this was about the algorithm or the pseudocode of performing the extract min operation on a Fibonacci heap. Now coming to the time complexity. Now what is the actual time, or what is the actual cost? Actual cost, if you see, what we have done, we have deleted a node and the children are being updated to a root list. So to delete a node, once again it takes a constant time. To update all the children to the root list, it is just an adding, it takes a constant time. And finally we need to string the Fibonacci heap. In the sense, we are reducing the number of trees in the Fibonacci heap with the help of a rank function. So this I can say order of rank of h. Now what is this rank of h? We are doing rank of h depending upon the number of children that node x, the node z has. So if you remember, the size of the array A was from 0 to up to 3. 3 was the number of children that the node deleted has. Now let me call it as order of d of n. Both are same. Okay, d of n is nothing but the number of children that the deleted node has. As well as it depends upon the number of trees. The number of trees that the root list had in case of the Fibonacci heap. So this plus t of h. So this is the actual cost. Now coming to the amortized cost, we need to find the difference in the potential. So I can say on calling. On calling the consolidation, the root list will have how many trees? First it already had t of h plus d of n minus 1. Minus 1 means, okay, I don't take into consideration the node that got deleted. At most, the total work done is order of dn plus T of h. So this was after calling the consolidation. So before calling consolidation, that means let me the potential function before extract bin was how much? It was T of h plus twice of m of h. Now potential function after extract bin. This is now what has happened, this T of h, okay, if you see this is d of n plus T of h. So this is, I can say this becomes d of n plus 1 plus twice of m of h. Now what is the amortized cost? Amortized cost is actual cost plus change in potential. Now what is actual cost? Actual cost is order of d of n plus T of h plus, what is the change in potential? This value minus this value. So this is d of n plus 1 plus twice of m of h minus T of h minus 2 times of m of h. So 2 m of h, 2 m of h get cancelled. T of h and T of h got cancelled. So this is order of d of n plus d of n plus 1. So this is nothing but d of n plus d of n, 2 d of n plus 1. So 1 is constant. This will be d2 of d of n. Now what is d of n? D of n is nothing but, okay, you need to go through all the trees in the root list. That is, I can say this d of n was nothing but the number of the number of children that the deleted node has. This is nothing but the height of the tree, which is nothing but log n. So this is order of log n. So this was clear. This was about the extract min operation. Now we'll move on to the next operation. The next operation is called as the decrease key operation. The objective of performing the decrease key operation is to reduce the value stored in a node x to k. Say for example, if this is my heap, Fibonacci heap h, and assume that my node x is node 40, node wherein 46 is there. 46. That means the key of x dot key is 46. Now I need to reduce this. I need to reduce or decrease to say 29. Now while decreasing a key value, we come across two different cases. First case, if heap property is not violated. Heap property in the sense, the min heap property is not violated. Now in this case, say I want to decrease 46 to 29. So what I will do is I will locate node 46. Now I will reduce it to 29. This 29 is nothing but k. This is k. So this 46 is now reduced to 29. Now check whether the heap property is violated or not. Parent of 29 is a 24, which is lesser when compared to 29. So there is no problem. We are done. So if heap property is not violated, then it is well and good. Now the second case is case 2. What happens if heap property is violated? Now let us check. Now let me take this itself as my heap, wherein now I want to decrease 29. So X is node 29 and I want to decrease it to, let me take K is equal to 15. K is equal to 15. Now what happens? I will locate node 29. I have located node 29. Now on locating node 29, I will decrease the value of key of X, which is 29, to 15. So this was X, wherein 29 was there. Now it is being reduced to 15. Now check what happens. It comes under case 2. The heap property is violated. In case if heap property is violated, what we are supposed to do is cut the tree rooted at X. That means I need to cut this particular tree and add it to the root list. Generally we call that operation as melding, and meld it to the root list. Now what happens is this was my 7, 18, 38, 23, 17, 20, 24. This part is gone, so 24 has 26 and 88. What I need to do, I need to add this. I need to meld this to the root list, 15 and 72. Now 24 lost a parent, 24 lost one of its children, so this 24 becomes a marked node. This is what we are supposed to do. If heap property is violated, cut the tree rooted at X and meld it to the root list, and if required you need to update the value of h dot min. Now in this case h dot min does not change, this remains as it is. So this is what we are supposed to do. Note that cutting and melding it to the root list can just be one iteration, as in this example, or it can be done with multiple iteration also. We need to do a cascading cut. Hope this is clear. This was about how to decrease a key in case of a Fibonacci heap. Now let us discuss the pseudocode of this operation as well as the time complexity to perform this operation. Decrease key operation. The algorithm is being named as fib heap decrease key, wherein there are 3 arguments. The first argument is the reference of the Fibonacci heap h. Second one is node x, whose information needs to be decreased to k. So first step, if k is greater than x dot key, my objective is to decrease the key. If the value that I am passing, the value of k that I am passing is greater than the information stored in x, then it is obviously error. So I am printing error, new key is greater than the current key. If not, I am storing k in x dot key and I am making the parent of x as, I am calling the parent of x as y. Now what was the next step? If y is not equal to nil and x dot key less than y dot key. If you know that, okay, if the heap property is violated, I need to cut. So I am performing a cut of h comma x comma y. Now what I do in case of this cut is, here I have mentioned, this is a separate algorithm, wherein what we do in cut, we remove x from the child list of y and we decrement the degree of y, because the number of children of y is being reduced by 1 now, and then add x to the root list of h. I add the x to the root list of h and I make parent of x as nil and I mark x as false. If in case x is being marked, then I am unmarking it, because I know that in case of the root list it should be unmarked. Now this is fine. Now after this I am going for cascading cut. Now what cascading cut will do is, see here, after cutting the tree routed at x and adding it to the root list of the Fibonacci heap, the parent of x should be marked now. So I am doing here. So z is equal to y dot parent. That means the parent of x, which I am calling it as y, now it is being initialized to x. So if x is not nil, and initially if it is not being marked, if it is not being marked, then I am marking it as a true. Y dot mark is equal to false, then I am marking y dot mark is equal to true. In case if y is already been marked, then I need to go further. I need to perform a cut once again, and I perform the cascade cut. Else I need to cut h comma y comma x, that is the parent and its parent, and perform a cascade cut on h comma z. So this is this operation. And finally, in case on doing a cut and cascading cut, if somewhere h min value needs to be updated, because if x contains a minimum value, then I need to have h dot min as my x dot key. So therefore, if x dot key is less than h dot min dot key, then I am initializing x to h dot min. This was about the decrease key operation. Coming to the analysis part of decrease key operation, note that the actual cost is order of 1. Order of 1 is nothing but the time taken for one cut and the time for recursive cascade cuts. Now if I assume that there is only one cascade cut, then it will be order of 1 plus order of 1, which is order of 1. Now if there are more than one cascade cut, then obviously it changes. Now I'll assume that the number of cascade cuts is limited to c. C is the number of cascade cuts. Hence, the actual cost is order of 1 plus c, which is nothing but order of c, which is a constant time. Now coming to the amortized analysis. So before performing the decrease key operation, my potential function is denoted with t of h plus 2 of m of h. Now after the cut operation is performed, the number of trees in the root list will be t of h plus c, where c is the number of cascade cut. Depending upon the number of cascade cut, those many trees will be melded to the root list. So, and the number of marked node also will be m of h minus c plus 2. So the change in potential is t of h plus c, So this is the number of trees after performing the cut operation, plus 2 of marked nodes. Number of marked nodes is m of h minus c plus 2 minus the initial change in initial potential function. Initial potential function is this. So if you if you see this, so this is a t of h gets cancelled. 2m of h, 2 of m of h, 2m of h gets cancelled. Now it is 4 minus 2c plus c is minus c. So 4 minus c is c once. Let me check. One is this c minus 2c plus 4. So this is 4 minus c. Now what is the amortized cost? Amortized cost is actual cost plus change in potential. Now what is your actual cost? Actual cost is order of c plus change in potential is 4 minus c. Now this c gets cancelled, so it is order of 4, which is nothing but a constant time. I'll write it as order of 1. So note that in case of a Fibonacci heap, in order to perform the decrease key operation, it takes a constant time. In case of a binomial heap, if you do remember, it was taking a log n time. Now this was about the decrease key operation. There are two more operations that were discussed in case of binomial heap. I am not discussing in case of Fibonacci heap. One is the minimum operation. Now in case of the binomial heap, you remember the minimum operation used to take log n time, but whereas in case of the Fibonacci heap, in order to get the minimum value, it takes a constant time because h dot min will be pointing to the node which holds the minimum value. So the minimum operation in case of the Fibonacci heap takes a constant time. And the last operation is the delete operation. Now the delete operation in case of Fibonacci heap is almost similar to that of the binomial heap, wherein it basically uses the decrease key operation and the extract min operation. So here also in case of the Fibonacci heap, the delete operation makes uses of the decrease key operation first and then the extract min operation. Hope this was clear. This was about the different operations that we can perform in case of a Fibonacci heap. Thank you.